Last time we did a battery drain test, all the phones we used, all the phones we tested out, they were from the flagship segment. Today, let's go ahead and test out a few phones from the under 20k segment to see how they react to a C4 eTech battery drain test. Hey guys, Ash here from C4 eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see in this video, subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get this video started. Before we head on to the test itself, let's introduce our contenders. Starting from left to right, we have the new phone everyone's waiting for, the Redmi K30. Next to it is one of the best phones in the under 20k segment, the Helio G90T toting Redmi Note 8 Pro. Then we have a new surprise entry from Honor in the Honor 9X. Following that is C4 eTech's budget phone of the year, the Realme X2. And the final phone on today's list is C4 eTech's best mid-ranger from a tier 1 brand, the Samsung Galaxy M30s. Of course, we also have the POCO F1 here. It's gonna function as a stopwatch for today's video. With the intros done, let's now get started. All phones have already been topped up to 100%. The brightness levels are similar across the board. So now we can take them off the charger, fire up Instagram and begin the test. So we navigate to the Discover tab, scroll down a bit so that all the phones have an equal workload of videos and images to play, and let it run. Checking in at the half-hour mark, we have 98% battery left on the K30. The Note 8 Pro as well as the Realme X2 are at 97%. The Honor 9X has dropped to 96%, and what's this? The M30s, it's still at 100%, hasn't dropped a single percentage point. Looks like it's gonna be a long day for Karthika cameraman. Okay, so now we are gonna fire up PUBG. With the settings kept at high on all phones, let's stress the CPU and GPUs a little bit more. Fast forwarding to the 2-hour mark, both the Redmi K30 and the Note 8 Pro are at 72%. I'm surprised the 120Hz display on the K30 isn't really sucking up more battery. Oh yeah, the display, it's been left at 120Hz. Seems like Redmi has done well with optimizing this display. The Honor 9X is lowest here, it's at 62%. The Realme X2 though, it's on level with the Redmi's at 72%. Again, this is pretty surprising since the overall capacity in the X2 is 500 mAh lower. I mean, it does have a slightly smaller display though. Anyway, the M30s tops the charts with 80% left in the tank, and that's thanks to that massive 6000 mAh unit that Samsung has packed inside it. Now that we are at the 2-hour 30-minute mark, let's binge watch some C4 eTech videos. Yeah, and while we skip ahead 1 hour into the future, why don't you guys skip down and hit that like button? Okay, now 3.5 hours have elapsed. Let's see if we have any major changes. Doesn't look like that. The K30, Note 8 Pro and X2, they're bunched together in the middle with 65, 66 and 65% battery left respectively. The Honor 9X, it's fallen quite a bit behind. It's at 58% now. And the M30s, it's taken a healthy lead and it's at 73%. Moving right ahead, we decided to switch back to some games. Let's see if an hour of Clash of Cars can maybe change the leaderboard situation. And yes, it seems like it has. The K30 is now at 48%, while the Note 8 Pro is slightly ahead with 51% left in the tank. Both these phones have 4500 mAh batteries, so looks like the slightly larger screen size and the higher 120Hz refresh rate is creating a bit of a gap now. Next, we have the Honor 9X at 42% and the Realme X2, it's at the 50% mark. The M50s though, it's still comfortably over 50% and is still the leader of the pack. It's benchmark time next, and we ran the 3D Mark benchmark not once, not twice, but 3 times in succession. And now it seems like the gaps in the middle of the table are widening. At the 5-hour mark, we have the K30 at 41%, Note 8 Pro at 45%, 9X at 34%, X2 at 43%, M30s still holding strong at above 50%, 54% to be precise. It's been 5.5 hours, this phone just flat out refuses to die. We decided that it was time to get back to gaming. So the next hour was spent playing Asphalt Extreme. That brings the K30 down to 30%, pun not intended. Anyway, the Note 8 Pro is at 35%. The 9X, it's dropped down to 22%. X2 is holding on at 33%, quite impressive. The M30s still sitting pretty at 45%. Okay, another 30-minute run of YouTube later. As far as percentages go, nothing much has really changed with regards to the order. The Redmis and the Realme are grouped around the 25-30% mark. The 9X has slipped to 18%. M30s amazingly has lost just 3 percentage points. It's now at 42%. Switching over to Geekbench now. We ran it 3 times and looks like it's enough to bring the K30 to 20%, 9X to just 9%. Note 8 Pro still has a quarter of its battery left. The X2 has 22. M30s now has an over 10% advantage over the second place Note 8 Pro. It's at 36%. With the 9X on its knees, we ran 3D Mark 2 times, but it didn't deliver the killing blow, so we decided to run PUBG till it gave up, which it did at around the 7-hour 22-minute mark. At that point, all other phones except the M30s were below 20%. K30 at 14, Note 8 Pro at 19, Realme X2 at 16, M30s still holding strong at 31. It was at this point that a cameraman, Karthik, lost his head, shut down the cameras, ran home, leaving me to do the math. So for the rest of the scores, I'm just going to extrapolate the results and give you times based on the results that we observed so far. I'm just going to show you guys how I did it for the M30s, and the rest, it follows the same formula. So approximately 7 hours 20 minutes in that time, the M30s lost 69% battery, right? So that's 440 minutes per 69%, which means approximately 6.36 minutes per percent. Doing the math, the M30s should lose 100% battery in 10 hours and 38 minutes. Applying the same formula for every other phone, this is what we get. The K30 loses 100% battery in 8 hours 30, Realme X2 8 hours 42, the Note 8 Pro 9 hours 6 minutes. Now the M30s lasting the longest, that was quite expected. It has the biggest battery after all, 6000 mAh. We did get to see a few really interesting results. The K30 and the Note 8 Pro started off pretty close, but since we opted to keep the K30 at the higher 120Hz refresh rate, in the end it did mean around a half an hour extra battery life for the Note 8 Pro. Despite both phones having the same battery capacity of 4500 mAh, this higher refresh rate did seem to make a difference. The dark horse here was the Realme X2. Despite the smaller 4000 mAh battery, it managed to beat the Redmi K30 by almost 15 minutes and land bang in the middle, right between the Note 8 Pro and the K30. The Honor 9X, it was kind of a disappointment. Despite having a 4000 mAh battery, same as the X2, it died only 7 hours 20 minutes into the test. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think? Did these results surprise you? Did you think the X2 would last as long as it did? Did you think it would perform this well? Also, would you guys like to see another one of these tests in the future? If yes, which phones should we consider using for that video? Let me know via the comments below. And also, which phone should I use as a stopwatch? Let me know in the comments. Now I'm sure you know the rest. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.